exception. Lucky me.
Let's go talk to my dog. Hey, dog.
Your dog is filthy. I can smell him 50 yards off.
Good, he will fell our enemies with his stench.
That may be so, but all the same, I would like your permission to bathe him.
Sorry. Bathe? Can't you just wave your staff and make him clean? Can't you just not smell him? He's a warhound, not some pampered and powdered lapdog. Go ahead. Go ahead. He is getting a little rank. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy, but you are.
Excellent. I will get my soaps, and the dog shall have his bath after supper.
Sorry, buddy. Alright, we pet the dog. Let's see. We talked to Alistair once. Let's talk to Liliana.
Yes?
I'd like to talk.
Well, here I am.
What was life like in the Chantry Cloister?
Quiet. It was a life suited for contemplation. In the cloister, away from the fuss and the flurry of the cities, I found peace. And in that stillness, I could hear the Maker. But it was not perfect. Some of my Chantry fellows were condescending. That is the nature of religious folk, I suppose.
Yes, they do tend to be self-righteous. That's why I'm not particularly fond of them.
When I talked about my beliefs, that the Maker reveals himself in the beauty of his world, they treated me with disdain. They want to believe that he's gone, so that when he turns his gaze on them, it means they are special, chosen. He cannot possibly have love for all, the sick and the weary, the beggars and the fools.
I prefer your ideas to the ideas of the Chantry.
Thank you. Maybe I am wrong. But it is the Maker's place to decide if I am worthy, not men, not the Chantry. But there is work to be done, and I have talked enough for now.
I don't believe in the Maker, but your beliefs are much nicer sounding. Hi, Win.
It's been a long day. Rest would be welcome.
Are you all right?
Yes, of course. I am just a little weary. As you may have noticed, I'm no spring chicken.
My options are, no, you're a person. There's still some life in those old bones, I bet. It's a little hard to miss, yes. Or, you are very sprightly for your age, though. Let's do that one.
Thank you. You're very kind to say so. But in all honesty, I do not know how many years I have left in me. I have lived for such a long time, but there is always something else to do. And I have to keep going in order to do it. I think I will be glad when I am done.
I'm sure you'll be kicking around for years yet. Hey, don't say those things. We still need you. Or, you're not allowed to be done quite yet. We'll do the first one.
Oh, I don't know. I really don't.
Who are you?
The Circle of Magi stands ready to assist, Grey Warden, as do the Templars of the Chantry.
Do you need anything?
There are always areas to improve on, Grey Warden. The most useful for my talents are runes.
Let's talk to Morrigan.
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to ask you something.
If you must.
Did you grow up in the Kokari Wilds?
Why do you ask me such questions? I do not probe you for pointless information, do I?
I really do have to say, you can probe me anytime.
Beg pardon then while I jump for joy. What is it you asked if I grew up in the wilds? A curious question. Where else would you picture me? For many years it was simply Flemeth and I. The wilds and its creatures were more real to me than Flemeth's tales of the world of man. In time I grew curious.
I left the wilds to explore what lay beyond, never for long. Brief forays into a civilized wilderness.
I don't actually know how old Wynn is. And you remained unnoticed?
For the most part, Flemeth taught me well. For all that I had been taught, however, the truth of the civilized lands proved to be overwhelming. I was unfamiliar with so much. So confident and bold was I, yet there was much that Flemeth could never have prepared me for.
Very daring. That sounds like you.
Equal parts daring and foolhardy, perhaps. Only once was I accused of being a witch of the wilds, and that by a chastened who happened to be traveling with a merchant caravan. He pointed and gasped, and began shouting in his strange language, and most assumed he was casting some curse upon me. I acted the terrified girl, and naturally, he was arrested.
What happened to the poor man?
Who cares? As I recall, he was executed. The point being that I was able to move through human lands fairly easily. Whatever humans think a witch of the wild looks like, it is not I. Not that I did not have trouble. There are things about human society which have always puzzled me, such as the touching. Why all the touching for a simple greeting?
I've no idea. I'm not human.
Do not speak to me of trivialities. Your culture is not so entirely different. There were many nuances that Flemeth could never tell me of. When to look into another's eyes. How to eat at a table. How to bargain without offending. None of these things I knew. I still do not understand it all, truth be told, but then I gave up long ago any hope of doing so. When I returned to the wilds last, I swore to Flemeth that I had no intention of leaving again.
Tism confirmed. You're not wrong. Yet here you are.
Yes, here I am. Well, let's get on with it before the ground opens up and swallows us, yes?
I got 1 point from her for probably flirting. Sten talked to me earlier, but let's see if he has anything else to
Yes.
say. I have a question.
I am hardly surprised.
Oh, apparently I don't.
Well,
I wanted to discuss something you mentioned.
speak then.
Oh,
Then I suggest we move on.
apparently I don't have any conversations with Sten. What's my... Oh, approval like? Alistair's +4, Morrigan's +8, Barkspawn is +100, because of course he is. Liliana's at +21. Sten is at +11. Wynn is at +8. Do I have... Hang on, do I have any... I don't remember who gets what. I know that all of the alcohol goes to Ogren. I think. I should look up who gets what. The Black Grimoire goes to Morgan. I know that one.
What? You found Flemeth's grimoire? Ever since we discovered the condition of the Mage's Tower, I had wondered if it might be recoverable, but I had yet to speak of it to you. How fortunate that you found it on your own. You have my thanks. I will begin study of the tome immediately.
What do you hope to find within it?
Secrets. My mother has many of them, and this tome represents the one time that they were able to get away from her. I do not intend to squander this opportunity to learn more than Flemeth wished me to know. This should be interesting.
Apparently I have a quest. Okay, do I have... Ooh. Right. I will look up before next stream when I should do the DLC content. For now, let's go to Redcliffe. Do I have to... Alright, fine.
Of course.
Alright. Morrigan, Alistair. Let's go with Win. No. Yes. All right. Am I going to get shell? Probably. I've never actually had the DLCs in the past, so I've never done them. But I'm not going to look up when I need to do things till I'm off stream, so. Congrats on having finished your presentation. Hang on, I can do this thing. Where's the there we are. That's for you. How did it go? Oh, Alistair has a level? Cool. I've got him using weapon and shield. Okay. Oh, no, I don't. Alright, well, whatever.
Oh, thank the Maker. We need help. They attacked the wagon. Please help us. Follow me. I'll take you to them.
Well, congrats on doing well at your presentation, even. All right. Hey, look, it's my boyfriend. He brought a lot of people. There's like 4 of us. Alright. We're gonna start by taking out that mage there. Now... do I have... okay. I'm wondering if this is one of those where I just have to take out Zevra and it'll stop combat. I don't know, though. So let's find out. Nope. Alright. I will go ahead and work on the archers. There's one more. And there's another one there. Alistair, did you trigger a trap trying to run around to get to them? There we are. Wake him up and talk to him, or kill him now. I am waking him up. This is my boyfriend.
Oh, what? I rather thought I would wake up dead, or not wake up at all, as the case may be. But I see you haven't killed me.
Is Kyrie around for this? Because this is just one of the funniest things to me. Also, I can't wait to see it, Gus. We are meeting my boyfriend. He just tried to kill me. I have some questions.
So I'm to be interrogated. Let me save you some time.
I like his dumb little skirt too. He is not wearing pants.
I am a member of the Antivan Crows, brought here for the sole purpose of slaying any surviving Grey Wardens, which I have failed at, sadly.
I'm rather happy you failed.
So would I be, in your shoes. For me, however, it sets a rather poor precedent, doesn't it? Getting captured by a target seems a tad detrimental to one's budding assassin career.
I did tell you he sounds like Antonio Banderas, didn't I? Who hired you to kill us?
A rather taciturn fellow in the capital. Logan, I think his name was. Yes, that's it.
Why are you telling me all this?
Why not? I wasn't paid for silence. Not that I offered it for sale, precisely.
Aren't you at least loyal to your employers?
Loyalty is an interesting concept. If you wish, and you're done interrogating me, we can discuss it further.
That movie was formative for me, Gus. I'll be perfectly honest. I'm listening. Make it quick.
Well, here's the thing. I failed to kill you, so my life is forfeit. That's how it works. If you don't kill me, the crows will. Thing is, I like living. And you obviously are the sort to give the crows pause. So let me serve you instead.
Alright. Can I expect the same amount of loyalty from you?
I happen to be a very loyal person. Up until the point where someone expects me to die for failing. That's not a fault, really, is it? I mean, unless you're the sort who would do the same thing, in which case I don't come very well recommended, I suppose.
And what's to stop you from finishing the job later?
To be completely honest, I was never given much of a choice regarding joining the crows. They bought me on the slave market when I was a child. I think I paid my worth back to them plus tenfold. The only way out, however, is to sign up with someone they can't touch. Even if I did kill you now, they might just kill me on principle for failing the first time. Honestly, I'd rather take my chances with you.
Won't they come after you?
Possibly. I happen to know their wily ways, however. I can protect myself as well as you. Not that you seem to need much help. And if not, well, it's not as if I had many alternatives to start with, is it?
You must think I'm royally stupid.
I think you're royally tough to kill. I'm only hoping that you're stupid. That was a joke. Let me rephrase that. I'm hoping that you're the sort of fellow that takes a chance every now and again. Yes?
What do you want in return?
Well, let's see. Being allowed to live would be nice, and would make me marginally more useful to you. And somewhere down the line, if you should decide that you no longer have need of me, then I go on my way. Until then, I am yours. Is that fair?
Why would I want your service?
Why? Because I am skilled at many things, from fighting to stealth and picking locks.
He cannot pick
I would
locks.
also warn you should the Antivan crows attempt something more sophisticated, now that my attempts have failed. I also know a great many jokes. 12 massage techniques, 6 different card games. I do wonderful at parties, no?
Very well, I accept your offer.
What? You're taking the assassin with us now? Does that really seem like a good idea?
I also love him. And I love that one of my options, the persuade one, which I will be taking, is don't worry about it.
Alright, I see your point. Still, if there was a sign we were desperate, I think it just knocked on the door and said hello.
A fine plan.
I mean,
Would examine your food and drink far more closely from now on, were I you.
That's excellent advice for anyone. I hereby pledge my oath of loyalty to you until such a time as you choose to release me from it. I am your man, without reservation. This I swear.
hi Zevran, welcome to the team. Alright.
Yes.
We will be having Zevran in our party pretty much all of the time, because his banter with everyone is funny. Also, he's my new boyfriend. Let's loot the bodies and everything else. Liliana is not a character I'm fond of in this game. I also hated Morrigan for a really long time, because of the way she is when you first pick her up. So, like, I'm not judging anyone for who they like or don't like in this game. I have mostly gotten over my dislike of Morrigan, although she still irritates me in Inquisition for reasons, but... Sophie, you asked if I was going to get Shale earlier. Shale is today's thread from Gator on Blue Sky. I will share it with you later if you like. Alright, I think we're done.
And so I shall.
Hey, look, it's
can we talk
Redcliffe.
for a moment?
Oh, right.
I need to tell you something. I should probably have told you earlier.
My options are, what's on your mind? I'm not going to like this, am I? Let me guess. You're an idiot. Or can it wait? That's fair, Fee. I really just kind of like scrolled through the Shale thread. I didn't read all of it. But the fact that apparently a lot of the writing for Shale was inspired by how angry he was at the pigeons outside of his office window delighted me. All right. I'm not going to like this, am I?
I don't know. I doubt it. I've never liked it, that's for sure. Well, let's see. How do I tell you this? We're almost at Redcliffe. Did I say how I know Eamon exactly?
I think you said he raised you?
I'm a bastard. My mother was a serving girl at Redcliffe Castle, and she died when I was born. Eamon took me in and raised me before I was sent to the Chantry. The reason he did that was because, well, because my father was King Marek, which made Kaelin my half-brother, I suppose.
So you're not just a bastard, but a royal bastard?
Ha! Yes, I guess it does it, that. I should use that line more often. I would have told you, but it never really meant anything to me. I was inconvenient, a possible threat to Kaelin's rule, and so they kept me secret. I'd never talked about it to anyone. Everyone who knew either resented me for it or they coddled me. Even Duncan kept me out of the fighting because of it. I didn't want you to know as long as possible. I'm sorry.
Does Logain know seems like relevant information.
Why wouldn't he? He was King Marek's best friend. I don't know if that means anything, though. I certainly never considered the idea that it might ever be important. Eamon eventually married a young woman from Orlais, despite all the problems he caused with the king so soon after the war. He loved her a great deal. Anyway, the new Arlessa resented the rumors which pegged me as the Arl's bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10. Just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me.
What an awful thing to do to a child.
Maybe. She felt threatened by my presence. I can see that now. I can't say I blame her. She wondered if the rumors were true herself, I bet. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so furious at being sent away. I tore it off and threw it at the wall. And it shattered. Stupid, stupid thing to do. The Owl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there and blamed him for everything. And eventually he just stopped coming.
You were young.
And raised by dogs. Or I may as well have been the way I acted. But maybe all young bastards act like that, I don't know. All I know is that the Arl is a good man and well loved by the people. He also was King Kaelin's uncle, so he has a personal motivation to see Logain pay for what he did. So there you have it. Now can we move on? And I'll just pretend you still think I'm some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens.
Sorry, my options are, aren't you? As you command, my prince. I would not say that. That's not really what you think, is it? Or, and what does that make me? That's not really what you think.
No, I suppose not. I don't feel very lucky at all, to be honest.
Hey, I didn't lose approval in that conversation. He's just standing, looking the other way. Okay. Hey, before I do anything else...
Here I am.
we'll do that later. Do that next time we go to camp. Is there anyone else up here? I don't think so. Hi.
I saw travelers coming down the road, though I scarcely believed it. Have you come to help us?
Alright. What do you mean? Is there a problem?
So you don't know? Has nobody out there heard?
I've heard Arleman is sick, if that's what you mean.
He could be dead for all we know. Nobody's heard from the castle in days. We're under attack. Monsters come out of the castle every night and attack us until dawn. Everyone's been fighting and dying.
Well, that's just typical, isn't it?
Apparently everyone seems to agree that a blight is the perfect time to start killing each other. Marvelous, really.
We've no army to defend us. No Arl and no king to send us help. So many are dead. And those left are terrified they're next.
Hold on, what is this evil that's attacking you?
I don't rightly know. I'm sorry, nobody does. I should take you to Ban Tegan. He's all that's holding us together. He'll want to see you.
Ban Tegan?
It might be. I've heard a few NPCs that sound like they
It's not
might be
far,
him.
if you'll come with me.
Hi, Nauseum. Kate Mulgrew is, in fact, in all three of the first three of these. Because her character continues
They just arrived,
to
and I thought you
exist.
would want to see them.
Well done, Thomas. Greetings, friends. My name is Tegan, Ban of Rainersphere, brother to the Arm.
I remember you, Ban Tegan. Though the last time we met, I was a lot younger and covered in mud.
Covered in mud. Alistair? It is you, isn't it? You're alive! This is wonderful news.
Still alive, yes. Though not for long if Ten Loghain has anything to say about it.
Indeed. Loghain would have us believe all Grey Wardens died along with my nephew. A month
I
ago.
love blaming hormones for everything, because, I mean, mood. You don't believe Loghain's lies?
What, that he pulled his men in order to save them? That Kaelin risked everything in the name of glory?
I mean, that's kind of true.
Hardly. Loghain calls the Grey Wardens traitors, murderers of
That's
the king.
not true.
I don't believe it. It is an act of a desperate man. So you are a Grey Warden as well. A pleasure to meet you. I wish it were under better circumstances. You're here to see my brother. Unfortunately, that might be a problem. Eamon is gravely ill.
What
I mean,
a
mine did.
remarkable coincidence.
But
No one has heard from the castle in days. No guards patrol the walls, and no one has responded to my shouts. The attack started a few nights ago. Evil things surged from the castle. We drove them back.
I'm not
with many
fond of this
perished during
man.
the assault.
Because in Trespasser, he's a dick. And I've seen him in that more often than I've seen him in this. Alright, what evil things are you talking about?
Some call them the Walking Dead, decomposing corpses returning to life with a hunger for human flesh. They hit again the next night.
I do like him in
Each night they
Origins.
come with greater numbers.
In Trespasser, he has decided that the Inquisition is too big, too powerful, and must be dismantled. And so he is really irksome throughout all of Trespasser. He's not
It isn't
wrong,
just
but he is a dick about it.
though the Grey Wardens don't stand much chance against Loghain without Arleman.
All right, thank you for dropping by, Nauseam. It's good to see you always. Have a good evening. Trespasser is the downloadable content for Dragon Age Inquisition. So, part of this franchise. I forget that not everybody is aware of these things. Of course we'll help.
How pointless to help these villagers fight an impossible battle. One would think we had enough to contend with elsewhere.
Shut up, Morrigan.
Thank you. This means more to me than you can guess. Thomas, please tell Murdoch what transpired. Then return to your post.
Yes, my lord.
Now then, there is much to do before night falls. I put 2 men in charge of the defense outside.
Yay for freedom,
Murdoch,
Gus.
the village mayor, is outside the chantry. Sir Perth, one of Eamon's knights, is just up the cliff at the windmill, watching the castle. You may discuss with them the preparations for the coming battle.
You need to tell her the story of how you were shot. That sounds like it is probably a fun story. Although, I don't know, I had a friend who got shot, and it wasn't really a terribly entertaining story. I did get a text message from him in the emergency room that night, high on painkillers, telling me, hey, guess what? I got shot. And I was like, what the fuck? Anyway, that makes me laugh. Getting ER texts. He was not even in the same state. He just decided that I was the one he needed to text that night. It was very strange. I'm sorry that you got shot. It does sound like it hurts a lot. I'm sorry for laughing. I'm on my way.
Very well. Luck be with you.
Oh no, I'm sorry you have severe